Hello and welcome to Thought Provoking Tech. I'm Zach, and in today's video, I'm benchmarking Players Unknown Battlegrounds, also commonly referred to as PUBG, with Paperspace's P5000 series cloud computer, and using Parsec to encode and decode the video in real time and stream that to your computer. So I'll run through the settings in my final video that I'll post to my main channel, but today I'm just trying to test and get a good series of benchmarks. I've already actually tested the game, but when you use the benchmarking tool in Fraps, it hides the FPS counters. So I wanted to do this video to kind of showcase the, at least give some visual feedback, and rather than just having a video where you can't see anything on the FPS counter side, you'll actually be able to see the FPS counters of my actual benchmarking process. Oops, I wasn't holding that mic apparently. I was holding that. Alright, so in the top right, you will see my local FPS counter, and in the top left, you will see the server FPS counter. The settings that I have, I've pretty much made it so that those two should be close to identical in most cases, unless the server gets above 60 FPS. On that note, I have kind of tweaked the game settings so that it was a playable experience on the GPU Plus plan, and I'm kind of using that as a baseline. I got around 40 FPS, mid 40s, I think, if I remember 100% correctly, on the GPU Plus plan. When I did the benchmarks on the P5000 plan with the exact same settings, I got almost 60. I think it's like 58 FPS on average. The average is kind of impacted because right now you can see I'm usually getting right at 60 or right 58 to 60 with a steady 60. It's pretty close to being a steady 60 on the local client side. The biggest part is like when you're flying in, and that's when I started the benchmark. When I first started this video that I'm uploading to YouTube, that's when I started the benchmark on in all these videos, on all the benchmarks. They started right when the plane started loaded in, so you're really high, even though they kind of load the world in to a degree in the loading zone and start to get some of the world loaded in. There's still a lot of loading going on when you're in the air, like the level of detail and things along that line. So there is still a lot of loading, which does negatively impact the performance at the beginning. But once you get on the ground and in the air, the FPS doesn't really matter because you're not really fighting, and just like gliding and stuff. If you're 30 FPS, it doesn't really matter all that much, to be completely honest. But once you get on the ground, the FPS stabilizes quite well, and is pretty consistent with some dips and dips occasionally from here and there. One thing is like in water, which is the Players Unknown Battlegrounds is right now isn't well optimized by any stretch of the imagination. So in like water, when you're in the water, it seems to perform a little worse than it does when you're in the more the land type environments. So I just wanted to make this video to give you kind of a visual thing where you can watch, where you can see the FPS counters for your own eyes. Once again, to benchmark, I did have to, it does hide it. So if you see discrepancies between this version and in the graphs and the version that I end up posting in my graph, that's why, simply because every playthrough is definitely not going to be the same in PUBG, and there'll be times where like smoke and stuff like that negatively impacts performance pretty bad. I got a better one right there. Holographic, quick draw, got an extended mag. So I hope you find this video useful in some way. Let's just go ahead and grab the red dot. I don't really need it, but alright. Let's see, where do you want to go? Need to get some real guns. That'd be nice. I don't want the stream to be super short. But you can see I'm getting a very good 60 FPS. See a person? Oh, maybe. Don't think so though. Shotguns are my. Well, I don't know if shotguns or SMGs are my least favorite. I'm definitely an AR guy. Machete. But it does not look like the game is going to grant me my wish for a assault rifle. I did get a level 2 helm though. A buggy, cool. That could definitely be useful. Some more 12 gauge. I should have grabbed that shotgun choke earlier. The infamous pan. Guess I can throw a red dot on there. I got plenty of them. What is it with smoke grenades? I don't need 7 smoke grenades. I'll start throwing them away here in a little bit. I wonder if the game's algorithm, if it changes based on if it's a single or a solo versus a duo versus a squad, or if the drop algorithm is just the same. Like, I don't know if it drops like in groups more backpacks. It doesn't really seem like that, but you know, I played a decent amount of PUBG, but I'm definitely not an expert by any stretch of the imagination, and it could do minor tweaks. I could use some heals for sure. I am not picking up another stupid smoke grenade. Jeez. There's my joke. Well, apparently this is going to be the game where I play with shotgun. So, in other words, this is going to be a very short stream. X scope. Woo woo. Now I just need something to use it on. 4X is definitely my favorite scope setting. I really haven't found that much shotgun ammo even. There's some healing finally. I got an extended mag, right? I got extended quick draw. Oh, not much here so far. I prefer holographics, so not that I'm really hurting for storage space right now, but no reason to carry a bunch of extra junk around. Alright, there's a little bit of healing. Little 2-bag, holographic. I can just go on a caffeine high. Let's go pick up that 45 back there. Looks like I might be stuck with a vector. I honestly haven't really used a vector, so I don't know what it's great at. I normally don't have this bad of luck finding an AR. Normally at least get an AK or M16 or something. Oh, apparently, let's see, what is this? Modern SMG is the... Should have been picking up some of the SMG attachments, I guess. Holographic. There we go. Oh, are you kidding me? Okay, let's put some junk on it. The M416, so. And, no, not the greatest. I don't really know, like, all this, like, if you went the vertical or the, you know, which foregrip's better or anything like that, so. So let's see, it's here for first aid. Alright, line looks pretty close to me. Darn it, we're gonna go to the military, that's not cool. Alright, so let's go over to the buggy. Where was that at? Uh-oh, did someone come here and steal my buggy? No, someone was here. Yeah, I think the buggy was here. Or is it back here? Pretty sure it was over here, yeah. Son of a... I saw all the open doors. Darn it. That's what I get for being oblivious, I guess. So the bridges are probably going to be washed pretty heavily. There's still 45 people alive. So I might just try... Oh, there's a vehicle. I might be able to get across quickly with the vehicle. Good enough. Probably come over to here to go over. And then go to my spot that I had mapped out. No, that's a dead vehicle. No, it might be alive. That's definitely... Gosh darn it. You had a little bit of gas. So this bridge is probably going to be crawling with people. There's that buggy. It's probably my buggy. So where are the chances of them in the water? Very slim. Since I have a vehicle, I might go ahead and get a little bit deeper in line. Alright, on the road, let's see. I have a feeling this is definitely going to end up in the military base. Might just kind of scope out. I don't go this way much. Took some shots, but didn't actually get hit. Another buggy there. Lots of fighting going on. I'm gonna say goodbye, guys. I'm gonna try to find a good spot to set up. Right. I prefer the forested areas. I don't know if this is gonna be forested based on the map or not. There's light tree cover here. Not really what I prefer to set up in. Do have a 4x scope, so that's pretty good, but this doesn't really have the thing I'm looking for, so let's go over here. I think I'm decent enough on the specs. I got a little bit of healing, got a couple of boosts, got a 4x, and I got my AR. I'm just going to start things out over here and see where things go. Well, knowing my luck, I'm probably going to be stuck having to go into the military base itself. I need a bush. The person will get there's a bush right here. Scan for movement right now. Alright, so we have a circle update, so I do need to move that away. Few minutes to move. Let's go somewhere out there. The military base is quite a bit still encircled quite heavily. Could set up in that house, but I don't think it'll make it to the next one. I could take the vehicle and see how far I can get across the road. Go and do that. Won't get very far with the gas I have, but definitely don't want to set down here. I can save myself from having to cross this big, my non-protected area though, maybe. That bush is too small. I'm guessing a lot of people are probably over here near the military base. It's a bush. Bush is too big. Couple buggies. Not a horrible area here. Got a couple rocks I can shift between. Bushes I can shift between. I should see somebody now though. End up real quick, scan. People should be coming this way pretty quickly, I would think. Granted, the circle is still pretty big. Alright, let's go ahead and throw smoke grenades. Be a nice spot to stand off if you had a duo. Have somebody facing forward and somebody facing back. Easily scan the entire area. You don't have much visibility that way. South. You have good visibility north and all the way to about east, southeast a little bit. Still not seeing much movement. There's 18 other guys still alive. Ironically, the FPS is starting to dip a little bit. Not really sure what's causing that here. Oh, there's a guy. Don't really have great sights on them. Should have been a little more aggressive there. Someone has a car. Someone has a car and someone has a car. They're both cars here. Alright, so it's over this little valley. Right at the entrance of the military gate, or one of the entrances, I guess, not the entrance. Watch my back. There was a good dude climbing up the hill. I don't think he died. being prone doesn't really help much because grass isn't probably going to be rendering to the guy that has the car. Got 1 minute. That might have been the Jeep that I just saw a second ago. Dang it, right at these houses here. I'm sure there's people there. So the suspicion that I'm getting shot behind. Shit. I didn't have the vector on. I had it on single fire. Alright, so despite my suckiness, you at least got to see the kind of the end results and how fluid it was. Pretty close to being a nice 60 FPS experience. Once again, I kind of tuned the experience to have at least a playable experience on the lower end. A GPU Plus plan from Paperspace. And then I'm going to be moving on to Liquid Sky. I want to keep the same settings. Liquid Sky, I was having a little bit of problems with the mouse. So I'm going to try to keep on benchmarking or testing that and see if I can get the mouse to work correctly. I think the way that Liquid Sky captures the mouse is a little different than Parsec. And that causes some of the anti-cheat, because there's aimbot issues, I guess, with PUBG. So some of the anti-cheat issues or the anti-cheat tools inside of PUBG to not really accept the mouse. It doesn't want to lock to just the Liquid Sky client. And I have a multi-monitor setup, which makes streaming and stuff easy, and I use it for when I'm not doing videos, of course, all the time. But with Liquid Sky doesn't seem to like it much. So that might not be an issue if you have a single monitor setup. So what I might end up doing is just disabling all my monitors. But that will make, if I have to end up doing that, that'll make the Liquid Sky experience much less, in my personal opinion, and I will rate it much lower because of that, because I know I'm not the only one with the multi-monitor setup. So we'll kind of take that into the analysis. So thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like it. Also, make sure you subscribe to my benchmarking / vlog type channel, as well as if you're not already a subscriber to my main channel, to head over there and subscribe there too. So once again, thanks for watching. Check out the links in that rotate through the banner below for different social media, my Discord, and so on and so forth. If you do join my Discord, when I do the live streams and things like this, I'll kind of have the live chat up here. So I can kind of talk to you. I try to keep Twitch open most of the time too, but I'm probably be better if you join the Discord. More likely to see it that way. So once again, guys, thanks for watching, and until next time, Zach out.